2015 Sicario was a gripping and unflinching look at the fight against powerful drug cartels. Corruption, betrayal, justice, and revenge ruled in a stylish story of personal boundaries and those who dare to cross them. With Sicario 2 Soldado just around the corner, we take a look at the events of the first film to get you caught up in time for the follow-up's June 29th theatrical release. Sicario, a Spanish word meaning hitman, revolves around the conflicting ideals and clashing methods of its lead characters as they pursue both the greater good and their own ambitions in the fight against deadly Mexican drug cartels. Following a gruesome discovery at a residential address in Phoenix, Arizona, Emily Blunt's straight-laced FBI agent Kate Mesa is recruited by Wolfish Task Force leader Matt Graver, played by Josh Brolin.
What's our objective?
To dramatically overreact.
Sporting questionable footwear and keeping his cards close to his chest, it's clear Graver may not be all he seems, and he certainly knows more than he's letting on. Still, Mesa is determined her efforts to combat the cartel's increasingly bold actions should lead to real results, and so she signs up. Also along for the ride is Benecio Del Toro's Alejandro Gillick, an enigmatic consultant hired to provide insight into cartel activities. He is a man of few words and decisive actions whose methods are as questionable as his past is mysterious.
Nothing will make sense to your American ears, and you will doubt everything that we do. But in the end, you will understand.
It's not long before the curtain is pulled back on how Graver and his team operate, with a bloody shootout prompting Mesa to confront him over the legality of his approach.
That was fucking illegal. You want to start a war?
Graver is unfazed and unrepentant, adamant that the unorthodox action he takes is necessary to fight against the cartel's ability to gain a stable foothold on domestic soil. Acting on intel forcibly obtained by Gillick from a cartel captive, Graver and his team swoop on an underground tunnel network being used to smuggle narcotics from Mexico to the US. Despite an attempt on her life, Mesa is no less determined to see the job through and accompanies Graver and Gillick to the mission site. It's here she witnesses firsthand the lengths that Gillick will go to complete his mysterious objectives. And Graver delivers uncomfortable truths that shed light on his team's operations and on Gillick's dark past.
Alejandro works for anyone who will point him toward the people who made him, so he can get the person that cut off his wife's head and threw his daughter into a vat of acid.
It's the two uncompromising personalities of Graver and Gillick that set up a potentially explosive face-off in the upcoming Sicario 2 Soldado. Having already proved they're comfortable operating in a moral grey area, Graver and Gillick are brought in to tackle a new threat, a cartel smuggling not just drugs, but also terrorists into the US. Their plan? To incite a war between the cartels.
No rules this time.
Adios.
Explore more of the shady world in which Graver and Gillick operate in Sicario 2 Soldado, arriving in cinemas June 29th.